Hello. Today I would like to talk to you about a very interesting concept, the idea of vigilantes. Now to start off, I'll use the popular definition. The popular definition of vigilantes, I have a visual aid for the purposes of making this video. The popular definition is simply a non-state person, a non-state individual. Someone who's pursuing justice who's not in the government, who's not a police officer or a soldier, who's not in the army or the court system or anyone like that. Someone who's not in the government who is pursuing justice, and usually violently. Usually it means you're using violence to force people to pursue justice. And I guess the kind of fun example of this type of vigilante is Spider-Man. At least he's one good example. Spider-Man is a dude, well, not in real life, but you get the picture. Spider-Man's a dude who pursues justice, but he doesn't do it through the state. He's not a part of the state. He's a reporter. He's just some guy who is well informed because he reports on things and he's, connected to the city and whatever. And he swings around, patrols, and finds things that are wrong, like stealing or, assault or murder or all sorts of bad, nasty things. And he stops them from taking place. So he's a classic vigilante. Pursues justice, not part of the state. Now the technical definition, or the legal definition of vigilante is a little bit different. In the legal definition, a vigilante is someone who pursues justice while ignoring due process. And due process is the process of ensuring people's rights are being followed. It's the process of respecting people's rights. So it's trial by jury, or it's, following a constitution, or it's following a Bill of Rights, or it's having, fair lawyers, a fair trial, basically. Due process is the process of respecting people's rights. So basically, in the technical definition, if you're a vigilante, you're someone who pursues justice while ignoring people's rights. So maybe you're pursuing some religious justice, but you're doing it through terrorism or bombing people. In this case, you'd be a vigilante. However, if you were a member of a terrorist government, you would also be considered a vigilante, because you're pursuing your sense of justice without respect to people's rights. You're doing it without due process. So, by the technical definition, vigilantism has nothing to do with whether or not someone is part of the government. Vigilantism is something to do with respecting people's rights, and, many of the governments today are the biggest vigilantes, because, they use state power, they use state privilege to elevate themselves above the naturally occurring, naturally protected rights in a society. They elevate themselves above that, and so they pursue whatever justice they pursue without respect to the, naturally respected rights. So, the way I'm thinking is that the technical definition of vigilantism points to governments as being the biggest vigilantes. But the popular version of vigilantism says that vigilantes are non-governments. It's kind of weird, that's all I'm saying,